Hey everyone, and welcome. All right, so today we're going to jump into something really cool. How to connect the beautiful front-end world of React with the absolute powerhouse backend that is Spring Boot. Let's get right into how this connection works. The easiest way to think about it is like this. React is the face of your application. It's everything the user actually sees and clicks on inside their browser. It's the artist, right? And then you've got Spring Boot. That's the brains of the operation. It's tucked away on a server somewhere, handling all the heavy lifting, the data, the logic, the database connections. Now, both of these are absolute pros at what they do, but they start out living in completely different worlds. So that kind of begs the big question, right? If the face lives in the browser on your computer, and the brains live on some server miles away, how in the world do they talk to each other to become one single working application? While the answer is actually pretty elegant, they use a translator. And in the world of web development, that translator is called a REST API. You can just think of it as a set of rules, a common language that lets these two totally separate systems understand each other perfectly. It's that crucial bridge connecting two separate islands. Okay, so here's the high-level view of how this whole dance works. First, the React app says, hey, I need some data. It sends out something called an API call, which zips across the internet to the server. Spring Boot catches that call, goes and finds the data it asked for, and then sends it right back. It's just like ordering at a restaurant. You, the customer, place an order, and that API call, that's your waiter, running the order back to the kitchen. So let's break that down piece by piece. We're going to kick things off with step one, the front end. How exactly does React go about placing that order for data? Believe it or not, it all starts with just one powerful line of code like this. This is the exact moment the React app says, hey, server at the /API/students address, I need that list of students you've got. It's a clear, direct request. And the little hero doing all the heavy lifting here is fetch. It's a function that's built right into modern JavaScript. You can think of it like a digital courier. Its entire purpose is to take a message, your request, to a specific address and bring back whatever it finds there. All right, so the order's been placed, the message is sent. Now, let's flip over to the other side. How does Spring Boot, the brains of the whole operation, even know that someone's knocking on the door, and how does it know what to do? And here it is. This is so cool. See that path? API/students. It's a perfect one-to-one match with what React just asked for. This little piece of code in Java basically tells the Spring Boot server, hey, if anyone ever comes looking for this exact address, I'm the one who's going to handle it. Send them to me. So as soon as that request hits the right address, Spring Boot springs into action. It turns to its filing cabinet, the database, pulls out the student information, and wraps it all up neatly in a package for the trip back to the browser. So what's inside that package it sends back? It looks something like this. This format is called JSON, and it's basically just structured text. But the really important thing is that it's super lightweight and incredibly easy for JavaScript to read and understand. And that's the whole point. It's a language they both get, which is what makes this whole thing possible. Okay, the data is on its way back. The journey's almost over. Now for the grand finale, the moment it all comes together and actually means something to the user. The instant that JSON package lands back in the browser, React takes over. It quickly unpacks the data, reads the information for Sarah Connor and John Doe, and uses it as a blueprint to build what the user actually sees, like this nice, clean table. And this, right here, is the magic moment. Just think about it. That block of raw, plain text we saw just a second ago is now this polished, easy-to-read table on your screen. That transformation from raw server data to a useful user interface is what full-stack development is all about. So if you take away anything from this, let it be these three things. First, React's job is to ask for or consume APIs from the backend. Second, the frontend handles the visuals and the backend handles the data. Keep them separate. And third, the whole thing hinges on that matching API path, like /API students. That's the secret handshake that connects them. And that is the connection. It's not just two technologies existing near each other, it's about a seamless conversation. When the face can talk to the brains and the brains can respond with exactly what the face needs, that's when you've achieved something that is truly full stack. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you understand the fundamental connection, the bridge between the user interface and the core logic,
Now that you know how to connect the face to the brains, what are you going to build?